vision, watered by faith. Become reality with perseverance. This is FireSong.
I can't speak of what I'm feeling, and my heart's in the fire and the wind is taking me to that place where the flame is burning. I feel beautiful here, my heart is yearning for October fire.
On the pristine shores of Fowler Lake in northern Saskatchewan, Dean and Lori Runzer's dream of a place for families has become a reality. FireSong offers the perfect getaway, fractional ownership of a lakefront property in a master-planned 4-season luxury vacation community. Dean and Lori's memories of their childhoods are the catalyst for FireSong.
Growing up on a farm and having 5 other siblings and being in nature all the time, I really enjoyed it. And I know my mom and dad made a conscious effort to take us to where we came from, which was Loon Lake, Saskatchewan, and we go up there most every summer and a couple of times in the winter time, and go up there and hang out with family members, cousins, and our extended family, and spend lots of times at the lake. And we just got together the other day with our family again, and we weren't talking 5 minutes, and we're talking about going to the lake and swimming at Jumbo Beach and going to Fowler Lake fishing, and you know what that was like. And I guess those are some of my fondest memories growing up.
FireSong, where moments become memories, where families reconnect, where a simpler time isn't just the old days, it's today.
How could we create ways to help promote people to spend time together, to be together, and not just let their kids become part of society, but instead let their family be the core, not society the draw? I started looking at that going, but wouldn't that be powerful if we could create this to be a family community, create activities that are natural and real and allow us to be authentic. And I think that's one of the things that is really all through FireSong is let's sit at that fire and just be in relationship and just listen. Now we're really opening it up to the world and saying this is happening, this is real, and this is now. Come see what we've been creating a foundation to be. And we're inviting people to come sit by the fire. And it's just amazing watching them become mesmerized by the fire itself, and then seeing fireflies, and then stopping and looking up at the sparks that are going up and realizing that they're watching 6, 7, 8 layers deep of stars. They haven't seen that before. And so it's a new experience that's not that far away, but still very remote.
And to be out there and like Lori said, sit around the fire and look into the fire and watch the embers and just, you know, contemplate like really what's important, and be where there's falling stars and there's things happening that you probably don't even notice in the city. So they may have a different perspective on really what's important after hanging out there for a few days.
If you had the time and the money and you wanted to do something with your life that was going to make a difference, what would it be? What if we get husbands and wives spending quality time together? You can't put a price tag on that. Good things can come, and it can come to many if we create a way for everyone to participate. And so that's really what FireSong is about.
So envision this, a relaxing afternoon reading a good book, or maybe strolling through the rock garden. Meanwhile, the kids play on the rope swing in the swimming hole that's actually a sustainable water management feature. Or maybe you go for a family hike or a boat ride. And then later, after a family dinner, you look out on the lake.
It's still pristine, and yet we're creating amenities that people can enjoy. Our water feature is actually a water management feature, but it allows us to have a rope swing. It allows us to have a skating pond and some fire pits. But you know, they're not custom-made chairs to sit on. We got great big slabs of rock to sit on, and we have a a slate table that's for s'mores. And you know, you have to have s'mores when you're at the lake. So while they're getting there, they're actually getting off of the pavement and onto a little bit of gravel and going, wow, this is actually wilderness. And then they come into FireSong and they see this amazing community with these beautiful lakeside lodges that are year-round homes that are just pinnacles on the north shore of Fowler Lake. We wanted to have the slamming of the screen door. We want the smell of marshmallows. We want the sounds of the loons. We want people to be able to have those opportunities. And we didn't want to build playgrounds that look like the city, so we've got spraying rocks, and we've got rope swings, and we've got walkways and boardwalks and natural filtration in our ponds so that everything goes through waterfalls or goes through plants, so that it's all done naturally. And this is something that's just really fits in with the theme of FireSong.
FireSong features a total of 15 homes. Fractional ownership will see a total of 195 fractions offered. You can choose from one of 3 plans on the water feature, ranging in square footage from 1,250 to just over 2,900 square feet. Or select one of our 7 luxurious 3,700 square foot waterfront homes.
We wanted to build beautiful lodges, which are very expensive. And we understand that when you own it individually, you pay all the taxes, you pay all the heat, you pay all the power, you do everything, and you let it sit for 3/4 of the time with nobody there. You don't need the whole pie, you only need the piece of the pie that you want to use. Why don't we break it down into pieces that make it more affordable? That means that the usage costs, like the taxes and the heating and the utilities and all that, is cut down into that share and makes it way more affordable. These cabins aren't wilderness. Like, you do have all the amenities. You have 2 or 3 bathrooms. You have all the amenities you'd have in the city, maybe even more. But you have it in a rustic setting.
And so what we really wanted is to give people the opportunity to have those spectacular homes, to share them. But again, what's going to happen if your family comes out when we're out there at the same time every year? We're going to end up with this huge community of people that really do enjoy who they're going to meet out there that year. You know, people need to live, they need to do things, and so why not create a safe environment that they can go and do things that are actually a little fun. Kids need to be cutting their own watermelons. They need to be picking some blueberries and going and making a pie, a real pie, and not just picking it up at the store. Let's kind of start making some pies together.
And for those who love fall and winter, experiences you won't forget.
So each owner is going to get 1 week in each season, and it's going to rotate in a way that they have an amazing view of what life in the wild can be in the land of the living skies. Now, the other thing that we've done at FireSong is we've created an exchange program. So if somebody doesn't want to go to Saskatchewan in the winter, maybe they're not into sledding and they're really into warm, they can take the time in a different place. So I think as people go through our materials, they're going to see that they're going to love, if you don't want to go up to the lake this time, go to Cabo. It'll be a great trade. I think when you have the intention that all of our buildings are designed for family, that events and activities are all designed to create moments, it's about creating memories.
That's really important, and to create an environment where memories can be created, where you can talk about different things that happen. You watch kids grow from little to big.
The greatest treasure might be the person that's on the sled with you. It might be the kids that you're throwing into the water off the dock. And it just might be you'll find a sense of who you are again. So we want people to come out, check out who they are, check out who we are, and know that there is no pressure, that this is a dream come true for us, and we would just love to share our dream with you.
This is FireSong, where experiences become memories, friendships become lifelong bonds, and families grow from generation to generation.
Cutting clouds and I got friends all around, and the vibrant sky, October 5, and the stars are bright, they shine through the sky, makes me wonder why October 5. Mexico.